It's a leech! Kill it!
I shall fear no evil!
It's locked. It's locked, all right.
It's a leech! Stop it!
Use the leech!
It's one of them!
Bloody monster!
Oh my god! Look lively! It's on to us! There's one of them vermin! Die, vermin! He's mine! I'll take it! Die, vermin! Die! Fear no evil!
Get them weapons ready! We found one!
Stay back, beast! Over there! There's one of them vermin! I shall fear no evil. Die, vermin! Best be moving on. It ain't human! Kill it! Stop! Vampyr!
Against malevolence and trickery.
Good evening, Mr. Whitaker.
It's Father Whitaker, my son.
Don't you...
Faith gives...
No doubt your faith will prevail.
Blessed be your
Have you recently...
If you...
Good evening, Mr.
And good evening.
Do you need med...
It may...
I understand.
The nutrition of my mind.
Did you know the mute...
No, I didn't.
Are you not...
That girl.
I fear...
Guilt.
Tell me, Mr. Nether. I'll leave.
Leech spotted! Watch out, boys!
You are blinded by your...
Can't you just look the other way this week, Joe?
You again?
Can I offer you?
Keep your...
There is a thin line between
All right. I'll take...
Have you...
I saw...
Goodbye, Mr.
Fancy...
You never... Goodbye for now.
Fancy but...
You never Do you need help?
To be honest...
I don't quite agree.
Really?
Right then.
Swanborough cordial can be the answer to all your problems.
A lot of people are talking about this Colossus. Perhaps I should have used it.
Joe, please, I don't have your
Goodbye.
Fancy buying?
You never... Right then. Sure.
The Swanborough cordial can be the answer to all your problems.
I'm so sorry.
When science fails you, this elixir will give you faith again. The Swanborough cordial can be the answer to all your problems.
This is despicable. I cannot Enter.
Vampyr cordial can be the answer to all your problems, as long as you have the money.
Dead.
It's not my call, Barrett. You paid one way or another. Please, Joe.
Who distributes flowers in this town? It seems to get uglier every year. Distribute flowers at this hour of night.
Cheap one. Nice, good quality. Come on, take a look. Don't be afraid.
I'm cheap and I'm clean, I promise.
It's locked.
Morbidity can breathe its own beauty and grace. Whitechapel is not just disease and desertion.
Hello again. You don't seem to... Very well.
pay for peace of mind.
Can't you just look the other way?
Distribute
Good evening.
Loretta, your miraculous formula wouldn't even...
The Swanborough's cordial secreting...
A placebo effect.
Medical attention.
If your true purpose was...
Oh, but to pay for it is part of the...
I'd like to see what...
Colossus. Perhaps I should look into it.
Put an end to you! Elise! Elise! Bloody monster! Die, beast! Burn it, boys! You leeches! He's dead! It's head!
on, take a look. Don't be afraid.
Will not protect you, for there is no protection against
Look lively! It's on to us!
Good evening, sir. It's me again.
Leave me alone, I say, whoever you are.
All right. I shan't...
I've heard so many bad things recently, I'm almost glad I cannot see them. All right, time to make some more of that miracle stew. Where is the burner? Ouch! Ah, shit! Ow! Oh, shit, no more chlorine. Well, the next batch will be a little less miraculous, that's all.
Good evening, sir.
Leave me alone, I say.
All right. I shan't insist. Goodbye for now, sir.
I've heard so many bad things recently, I'm almost glad I cannot see them.
Lively! It's on to us!
You are blinded by your false faith.
Can't you just look the other way this week, Joe? Come on, we can sort it.
Working nearby.
As long as you have the money. Good evening.
Loretta, is your
I would never take advantage of Mason.
But if he's not careful, he couldn't...
He is blind, not stupid.
Goodbye. Good evening, sir.
I'm almost
It's me again.
Leave me alone, I say. Who?
All right. I shan't. Good evening, sir. It's...
Leave me alone, I say.
All right. I shan't insist. Goodbye for now, sir.
I've heard so many bad things recently, I'm almost glad I cannot see them. I've heard so many bad things recently, I'm almost glad I cannot see them. I've heard so many bad things recently, I'm almost glad I cannot see them.
boys! Over there! There's one of them vermin!
You are going...
Good evening.
Evening.
Soldier,
Not real.
as long as...
Don't think you can do much.
Goodbye for now.
Don't worry, sir. We're going to take care of you.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Do you need any...
I'm afraid
Our job...
that's easy for you.
Goodbye, Milton. Good evening.
Good evening.
Do you require...
I will be...
Nurse.
I'll try.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me...
There again.
They lack the most brilliant minds in London at Pembroke.
Good evening.
Do you require...
Do you know...
Despite what you think about...
Well, at least you're...
Goodbye, Miss...
Doctor. Calm the children, Ellen. As for me...
Good evening, Miss...
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Is there anything...
Really? Why is...
Unfortunately, you are not the only...
Well,
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
You always knew the words to calm the children, Ellen.
Good evening. Do you need... Well, the proxy... Don't take... And that is a... Goodbye, Mr. Chidama. It's locked.
I'm so tired.
My sweet girl.
Never end.
I'm quite busy right now, Dr. Reed.
Do you need my...
Don't be ridiculous.
Then you are lucky that I have taken the time.
I wish this hospital could have received as much attention from you, Dr. Reed. We do not see you in surgery.
Thank you for your... Good evening.
Good evening.
Do you need...
I'm afraid...
Not a...
Thank you.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins. It's locked, all right. It's locked.
What is it? For God's sake! We're still alive and healthy. Can't you be satisfied with that? We have no reason to be here.
It's locked, all right. Hello again, Mr.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
What can you tell me?
War was...
What can you...
War was...
You and Oswald.
Yeah.
How did you survive?
Luckily for us, it were...
Oswald seemed...
It wasn't the first time out.
How do you feel about Oswald Thatcher? You are more than friends, aren't you?
I love him. I love Oswald. We knew we wouldn't survive the war without each other. But I am terrified, Doctor.
What frightens you so much?
What if people find out? Oswald says I'm ashamed, but it ain't that. It's more, well... You know... I never thought I'd love a man.
I won't say a word, Mr. Blight. Your secret is safe with me.
I fought for my country and I survived. I saw my comrades die. And now society tells me I'm a criminal for who I love. It makes me so angry.
Do you need medical...
Afraid so.
Throughout history, some diseases have done...
You're working at the Pembroke Hospital, aren't you?
Goodbye, Mr. Blood. Good evening. Newton is conflicted about his feelings towards you. Would you like to talk about it, Oswald?
It makes me sad and angry. It feels like the beautiful thing we have is somehow tainted. It hurts to see him so lost.
His love for you is genuine. I'm certain he wasn't lying to me when he expressed his feelings for you.
Newton still has to accept it, knowing he'll be seen as a queer, a fairy, less than a man in those simple-minded bigots' eyes. Though he's more of a man than they'll ever be, so fuck them all.
Goodbye, Miss. Hello again, Mr.
Good evening, Doc.
Goodbye, Miss.
Stay back! Stupid bitch! Steady, boys! We've got one of them! Look over there! It's on to us!
Perhaps we should listen to what the idiot had to say.
Good evening.
Hello again.
Can I offer you?
I'm fine.
Goodbye.
Foolish girl whenever we...
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Steady, boys! We've got one of them here! See them fancy clothes? This one's a top! Want some of this? I'll send you back in a fucking grave! Boom! Stupid fucking beast! Die, beast! You're mine, vermin! Crush the leaves, boys! Watch it!
To each man's duty. Ours is to flush every hole without rack.
run, chap!
I cannot enter. That doesn't work. So that's it. These wheels control the water level. Should shut properly now. have this thirst for blood. I can't believe I'm doing this. It's locked.
These maggots have escaped the wrath of Ascalon for too long. It is time to purge the sewers of their filth.
You again! The one they call the sewer dog.
Hold your tongue, newborn, or I'll crush you like a maggot.
You've let the beast consume you.
Finally! A touch of lucidity. So learn to respect the laws of Ascalon! Infernal Banshee, the hand power you cannot comprehend. Once you vanished, I'll slaughter these scalds while singing your name. Dictates of Ascalon? You found your death in me. Neck shall snap like a hare's brittle bones, newborn. I shall tear you apart and spill my blood to the pit slow as a snail. Comprehend. You shall learn to respect the laws of... vanished, I'll slaughter these skulls while singing your name! They're trying to dictate to Vascular. Slow as a snail! They'll snap like a hare's bones, dude. You found your death in me! And thine shall be a fair skull to adorn my mantle. You shall learn to respect the laws of Ascalon! Power you cannot comprehend! Once you vanished, I'll slaughter these skulls while singing your name! Emperor Bansha, the hand that crushes all! And thine shall be a fair skull to adorn my mantle! The dictates of Ascalon! I shall tear thee apart and spill my blood to the pit! They shall snap like a hare's brittle bones, newborn! Down, stay down. Return to your apothecary and needles. Power you cannot comprehend. Your blood is now mine. I shall crush you.
At least one skull escaped Fergal's wrath. How could he have made it this far? There's blood everywhere.
Safe we are, still. Drink now.
Bless you, Richard.
This isn't the blood of a vampire, but it will quench your thirst. This is our domain, not yours. You've been warned.
Wait, I saved you from this creature. That must count for something.
Thank you. Now go. Go back to the streets and houses. There is no love lost between us, Vampire. But thank you.
Sean Hampton sent me here. I believe he wanted me to find you. Who are you?
If you must know, they call me Old Bridget. And this shelter is where we live.
I'm Jonathan Reed. I'm a newborn Ekon. I'm afraid I'm not sure what's going on.
I shall not bend a knee, young Ekon, but I sense your pain. Ask, and I will afford you my attention.
Why was that creature after you?
Fergal is the blunt instrument of the Ascalon Club. His masters would see us dead or turned into slaves, if they had their way.
What the hell was that thing? He wasn't an Ekon or a Scowl.
They are known as Volkod, an ancient offshoot of immortals. Blood drives them, enrages them.
What of this Ascalon Club?
Vampire society's elite in the Empire. They make the rules and enforce their judgment upon us whom they see as lessers.
So is it you that Sean Hampton sent me to find?
Perhaps. The sad saint was always kind to us. He must trust you if he revealed our location.
Sean is a skull. All those I've encountered have been violent, crazed creatures. How can he be any different?
Maybe because he is the sad saint. Or perhaps because I am old Bridget of the Sewer Skulls.
Sean killed a patient of mine. And that's just one of the murders he's being hunted for.
If you refer to Harriet, she is now among us and under our protection.
Harriet Jones is alive. That's it. That's the proof Sean wanted me to find. I must talk to her.
No. Harriet is not alive. But you can speak to her. I must warn you. She is fragile and may not receive you warmly.
I don't understand.
She is filled with bile and hate. Her mind is sharp as a tack, but her body is so weak. I've never seen its like before. She is resting in a room on the far right of this hideout.
Thank you. I will bear that in mind.
Oh, Bridget, allow me to wander above some years back. It won't have pleasure. Keep your distance, Echo.
Hello, Harriet. Do you recognize me?
Yes, you were from the Pembroke Hospital. The young doctor. So full of secrets.
I have so many questions I need to ask you, Harriet. If you would.
I love questions. As for the answers, you may not like them.
Why did you come here?
And why not? This is where I live now. Leave me be.
So you desire to stay here?
Yes, I'm with my own kind. Birds of a feather, so to speak. Poor Harriet. Always alone.
Will you respect old Bridget's wishes? Will you obey her?
Bridget is kind. She only needs to keep me fed and I'll be good.
Your room, the blood. What brought you to fake your death in such a gruesome fashion?
To see if I would be mourned.
Why flee with Sean Hampton?
Oh, it's always a pleasure to see a saint fall to sin. But the coward still won't kill.
Do you take pleasure in causing so much pain and sorrow?
Nobody gave a damn about me. Not a tear shed. Poor Harriet. Always the discarded.
How do you feel?
I can't see. I can't move. My body's burning. I feel as if I'm dying over and over again.
Have you tried to eat or drink something?
People here tried to feed me, but I'm just not hungry. I don't have the strength.
Does the pain ever stop?
It is not pain I feel. It's like I can't stop feeling every inch of my body. But at the same time, each muscle and bone is the wrong place.
I have a question of the utmost importance to ask. Will you answer?
Questions, questions, questions. The good doctor, always searching for answers.
Do you remember what you did after leaving the hospital? Did you kill anyone?
First, a question from me. You answer first.
Very well then. What do you want to know?
Are you like me? Are you also dead?
We are not dead, Harriet. Death no longer pertains to us. We are different.
I like what I am. I truly do. I relish the pain that courses through me.
I know you fled the hospital with Sean Hampton. Did you or Sean kill anyone in your flight? Anyone? Try and remember.
I will not lie. I wanted blood, and I wanted revenge, and Sean pulled me from it, brought me here instead. But the shadows heard my prayers. The shadows killed that bastard.
Who was that man? The one murdered in the street?
He used to be my landlord. I lived here for many years before falling ill. Oh, he was an awful man. Disgusting and cruel. So cruel.
You sought vengeance by your own hand, and someone else obliged you. Very convenient. Don't lie to me.
I don't lie. I saw him near the docks, and rightly I wished him dead. And I am happy he is. It's true. But I didn't kill him. I was too tired.
Shadows? Tell me what you saw.
The shadows, they heard me and answered. Something in the deep darkness, quick, deadly. It asked me if I wanted revenge. I answered, yes.
And these shadows, this presence, do you still hear it? Was it a vampire? Did Sean see it?
It spoke only to me, and now it is silent, but it is born of hatred. And it will kill again. And it hates you, Doctor. Oh, it hates you.
What makes you say that?
It whispered your name, Dr. Reed. It wanted to know who you were and where you went.
Questions about me? What did you say?
Nothing, Doctor. I said nothing. There was nothing it didn't already know. Oh, I'm tired now. Let me rest.
Have you found the answers you were looking for, young Ekon?
There is too much left unanswered. So many questions.
Get to know us. Spend time with us. And I may be willing to answer more questions.
For how long have you been in hiding here?
Skulls have been hiding under London since vampires first entered the city.
Where did you hide before the sewers?
We claimed ancient tunnels, forgotten caverns, catacombs. We are skulls, groveling beneath the feet of our makers.
Your diction, your words. You do not carry yourself like most skulls I've encountered.
True. I'm not like most skulls.
You were once someone else. What happened to you?
It is as sad as it is long, young Ekon, but it will remain mine.
Can I be of service to you?
We ask but one thing. Reveal to no one our secrets. Do not betray us.
Why do you live here, amongst the filth and vermin?
Live. Here we hide.
What are you hiding from?
From the guilt, the shame, from the hunters and the light. And of course, our past.
Why don't you leave the city? Hide somewhere far from the Guard of Priwen, the Ascalon Club.
We are the Sewer Skulls. This is our domain. We have run as far as we can, and now we hide.
What manner of creature is Harriet? She is different from everyone else.
I really don't know. I'm not even certain she is a skull. I've no idea as to what blood made her.
What is a skull, in fact, in your honest opinion?
A progeny of a vampire, disavowed by her maker. Perhaps a fruitless branch of a noble tree. A word used to enslave us. I cannot say.
You mentioned that vampire blood has tremendous potency. You believe it to be stronger than your own?
The vampire's sweet blood. That rich, dark wine that we crave. For it made us, and it can sustain us.
I thank you for your time, madam. I must go back to Shornhampton now.
Your kindness has been ample payment, Egon. To protect us, I'll close the access to our hideout, but you can use our shortcut to reach Mr. Hampton's shelter. Just follow the arrows.
Thank you, old Bridget. I hope we'll meet again.
Let me rest now.
Your place is not here. We're at your mercy. Will you end us? We're at your mercy. Will you end us? We're at your mercy. Will you end us?
Eternal gratitude for your protection, Master. Old Bridget says you are one to trust.
Keep your distance, Echo.
Old Bridget says you are one to trust.
I've not seen beyond these walls in such a long time. How is London? I've not seen beyond these walls in such a long time. The vampire hunters! We're at your mercy. Will you end us? We're at your mercy. Will you end us?
It's locked, all right.
Welcome back, Dr. Reed. Would you like to take communion with me now?
Sean, are you eating raw flesh?
It is the sacred flesh of the mortal lamb. Our Lord's bountiful transmutation for the sustenance of his believers. Thank you, Lord. I am your most humble servant.
So, true to your word, you waited for my return.
I told you, Dr. Reed, I was a man to be trusted. Did you have words with the poor Harriet?
You make no distinction between the living and the Skulls, do you?
We are God's children, Dr. Reed. One and all. And he's determined to save us.
Does this place belong to you? How can you be so certain you can keep it open?
This warehouse was once property of the Dawson family, but has been bequeathed me through donation.
The Dawsons? The wealthiest family in London? Have they a clue as to what goes on here?
Not at all. The donation was made before the war. The building was run down. I never met Aloysius Dawson myself.
So you have the run of the place and no one's taken notice?
As long as we keep to ourselves, we interest no one. This is a haven, and I pray it remains so for eons to come.
What will be the result if you continue to assist both Skulls and the living?
For the last decade, that's what's been happening. And they found a better life. What's to change?
You're forgetting the epidemic. Things can go south very quickly. I've seen it.
Oh, these are terrible times. Only those pure of heart shall prevail.
You've turned Skull now. Don't you see the danger to anyone giving you their trust?
We are all sinners, awaiting salvation. This is a simple truth, ordained by the Lord Almighty. I am a seeker of his glorious light.
Harriet, Miss Jones, has been behaving in a most violent manner. She's going to need special attention.
That's precisely the reason I brought her here. To meet old Bridget. She's the guide Harriet requires.
Who is this old Bridget?
I don't know, Doctor. She rarely speaks of her past, but I know she has a long one. She's likely the oldest soul in the city.
Harriet is possessed by her hatred. You cannot let her roam free. She's dangerous.
She has joined her own kind, Doctor. Old Bridget is a saint to the younger Skulls, guiding them to salvation and peaceful existence.
I believe I've learned all I need to know. I'm certain you've killed no one, but one day I believe you'll cross the line.
Logic is a false prophet. Faith is the only path to salvation.
What do you mean?
We have been blessed with God's eternity. We are the instruments of his divine will. We shall feed the hungry forever and ever. Amen.
I will strive to emulate your merciful nature, Sean, but it's a difficult pledge to make.
Give yourself over to God, Doctor. Expel your urges and kneel before the Lord in praise.
These urges. You know the hunger will never be satisfied.
I've come to embrace the everlasting craving. I have sworn to feed only upon the flesh of the dead. It is now my sacrament. Take, eat. This is my body. So saith the Lord.
My discoveries. Vampire blood would enhance your metabolism, perhaps even heal you. If what old Bridget says is true, I'll give you some of mine.
I'd rather not. It would be extremely awkward.
You have no choice, Sean. It's the only way to protect your cheptel, those still amongst the living.
No, Dr. Reed. God made me this way. Who am I to disobey his will?
You believe that God's plan was for you to be abandoned at birth?
The Lord works in mysterious ways.
I can't imagine God intended for you to be molested by a priest in an orphanage. Drink, friend.
No.
I said kneel and drink. Now. Another corpse thrown in the streets. Someone's playing a very sick game. I know this brooch. This is my mother's. A birthday gift from father. "29 Pretty Orchard Street." That's near Poplar's district. Why would this man carry off my mother's brooch? I must go there.
Glad to see you again.
Is it not?
As long as
What can you...
it's just
Are you...
Mr.
What can...
It may be...
You
No. Well...
Well, I...
Glad to...
Do you need...
I'm fine.
Did you see what happened?
No. I was coming back...
You saw nothing at all?
No. I told you, just that...
A woman scream. Are you sure?
Of course. It was terrifying.
Goodbye, Miss...
You again? What do you want?
Do you need...
No, thank you.
May I ask?
I'm killing...
As I told...
Oh, a dub...
Why such...
Of course I am. Fuck, you're so blood...
What can you...
Tell you what. Just...
If you have something to...
Oh.
You don't know me, Miss Paxton.
Oh, your mannered...
You're right. I have never suffered from poverty. But that doesn't mean...
I really doubt you have...
Did you see...
No, I didn't.
Really?
Because this sexist pig is one of the...
Well, I'll... Good evening, Miss...
Dr. Reed!
What can you...
Did you hear about...
It's,
But it's my...
So...
I patrol late at night.
Can I?
Actually, yes.
Are you asking?
If you wouldn't mind.
How do you identify?
It's simple, really.
Have you ever...
Of course I have.
Do you need my...
I appreciate...
Did you see...
Actually, yes. He was...
Why is it that you...
You didn't see it. He was dead before he hit the...
Who could have done that?
Who? Well,
Goodbye. It's locked. It's locked, all right. I cannot enter.
It ain't human! Get it!
It's Alex! Kill it! He's mine! I'll take it!
shall prevail!
Jonathan, at last. I've been worried sick. Have you solved the case of our poor Sean Hampton?
Don't worry, Edgar. The reputation of Pembroke Hospital is secure. Sean Hampton was not the guilty party.
Is that true? Oh, good news. Good news indeed.
I found Harriet Jones. She's much the same old, embittered woman she was, only she's been made a Skal. Her transformation did not go well.
Incredible. Why not bring her here? We could learn so much by studying her condition. It would be fascinating.
I doubt that. She can barely move. Perhaps we could learn more about the degeneration of Skals.
Perhaps. But she could also belong to a new species. We know so little of the laws that dictate vampire reproduction.
Were there any studies made by your order on the subject?
Not that I'm aware of. I will transmit your discovery to the Brotherhood's primate. He will be delighted.
What do you know of the Ascalon Club?
Not as much as I would like. There have always been rumors about a secret society of vampires operating in the interests of the British Empire, though I've never met a member.
Do you think Lady Ashbury would know of them?
Jonathan, our beloved lady is not one for social dalliances, nor the assemblies of dark orders. She's a woman of superior taste and selective acquaintance.
I crossed paths with one. A terrifying creature going by the name of Fergal. He was sent by the Ascalon Club to exterminate the Skals of the East End.
By the stole, Jonathan. If vampires are eliminating their own progeny, then dark times are upon us. Darker than I've ever witnessed.
Does the name Old Bridget ring any bells?
I'd never heard of her. Why? A patient of ours? I must confess, I don't know them all.
No, it's just someone I recently met. A fascinating woman. I had thought that perhaps...
By the stole, Jonathan, you've met another vampire. I would appreciate an introduction, if that's the case.
A pleasure, as always.
Too much energy for so little result.
It is good to see you again, Jonathan. How are you?
I'm better than one might expect, Lady Ashbury. Dr. Swansea has asked me to investigate the recent disturbances in the hospital caused by Skals.
Really? What do you mean?
I discovered the most intriguing Skal. An elderly woman answering to the name of Old Bridget, and a man who helps them remain hidden in London.
Old Bridget? Peculiar name. I've never heard of her.
According to Old Bridget, Skals can lead a peaceful existence like us. They are even able to nourish themselves by feeding on corpses and the flesh of the dead.
How vile. Please, Jonathan, let's change the subject.
Scows of London have gone into hiding. Both mortals and immortals plot their extermination.
Yes. Skulls are the orphans of the Vampire Society. They are the shame of their genitors, a disgrace to the vampire that created them.
There is something ominous closing around me, Lady Ashbury. Something spies upon me from the shadows. Something cruel and wicked.
Whatever do you mean, Jonathan?
If Sean Hampton and Harriet were not the guilty parties, then who? I saw the bodies and the blood.
Your rebirth has not gone unnoticed, Jonathan. Be extremely careful. If you get in the way of an immortal's plans...
Do you suspect someone?
I don't know, Jonathan. I steer clear of vampire politics, especially whilst hunters roam the city's streets.
Goodbye for now, my lady.
If only I were young again. Just a dozen years or so.
Good evening. Please show me. Of course. Good evening, Doc. Please show me what you... Of course. Good evening. Please show me. Of course.